This is Finland. The land of sauna, introvert people, and this indestructible badass. Finland may seem very Nordic and European, but the Finnish people are actually kinda imposters, as they are not Scandinavian nor Germanic nor Indo-European. The Finnish language is in the Uralic family, distantly related to the Hungarians, with cousins across Eurasia. So how did this quiet outsider Finland manage to form an independent country in Europe? Well,
Here is another
unlike its
classic
cousins,
ancient link. Did you know that Legolas is an elf? Me neither. And
I
Gimli
did.
was a dwarf? Me neither. A
I
fellowship of the ring is on its way. Surely they will not get the Ents to fight with them.
Hungarians who made a huge scene by beating up everyone on their way from Central Asia to Europe, the Finnish people, also known as the Suomi people, gradually migrated into these bits of Europe, bringing along the Finnish language. Then, the Vikings came along and did some raiding. The Vikings soon became Christianized and formed the Scandinavian kingdoms. Sweden expanded eastward, some Russians expanded westward, and they clashed in the Finnish lands. The Finnish lands were thus split into Catholic West and Orthodox East. The coastal bits of Finnish lands became an integral part of Sweden, with Swedish administration, language, culture dominating the Finnish lands. As part of the Swedish Empire, Finland shared the ups and downs with Sweden, which include Reformation, rising up to great power status in Europe, establishing glorious overseas colonies.
Do you still have to learn Swedish in school, Finland? Yes. Cack boys. Learning a fucking useless language. Oh, mega little.
And being dumb enough to invade Russia during the winter. After the Northern War, Russia replaced Sweden as the big bully in the Baltics. With St. Petersburg now being the capital city of Russia, the Finnish lands were drawn closer and closer into Russia's orbit. During the 18th century, the people in Finland started to form their own feelings of separateness and distinct identity from Sweden, because Sweden was on a downward spiral in contrast to the ever-rising Mother Russia, so why associate yourself with the losing side? Fast forward, during the Napoleonic War, Russia occupied Finland as part of its war against Sweden, and the Grand Duchy of Finland was formed. The Grand Duchy of Finland can be described as a country within a country, with its own Senate, Supreme Court, stamps, currency, and army. So why did Russia allow Finland to retain such great autonomy? Well, it was because Finland already had existing Swedish laws and administration in place, which was kinda more efficient and advanced than Russia, so why fix something that is not broken? Also, it is not a good idea to anger the vodka-drinking Finnish people, especially when St. Petersburg is just right next to Finland. During the Grand Duchy period, the Finnish nationalism movements became popular, strengthening the national identity of the Finnish people. It was all fun and games until Russia decided to enforce Russification, making the Grand Duchy of Finland quite unhappy. During the Russian Revolution, Finland took the opportunity and declared independence. Finland then descended into civil war. Finland's White Army won, with some help from Germany. Things were tense between Finland and Soviet Russia during the interwar period, especially when Finland supported the Karelian uprisings in Russia. Soviet Russia wanted to regain its territories lost during the Russian Revolution, to be used as buffer states against Germany. It did so with the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact, which kick-started World War II. Then, Soviet Russia invaded Finland, thinking it would be an easy victory. Against all odds, Finland managed to hold off the Russians, with the help of some badass on skis and this legendary sniper, but still lose a bunch of lands to the Russians. When Germany invaded Russia, Finland took the opportunity and invaded Russia, because Finland wanted to create Greater Finland. Tough luck, the Russians managed to hold off the Axis offensive, and later beating the Germans all the way back to Berlin. So why did Russia not invade Finland as well? Well, Germany is a bigger fish to fry than Finland, and thus avoiding casualties in invading the small fish Finland made total sense for the Russians. After World War II, Finland and Russia signed a treaty, basically saying that Finland will always be neutral and will not backstab Russia. Finland thus walked on thin ice trying to appease Soviet Union whilst forging its own path in maintaining democracy and capitalism. Finland experienced economic growth, eventually becoming posh enough to be truly seen as a Nordic country, giving the world some electronics and hardcore metal band, and here we are today.
But not Scandinavian.
If Sweden won the Northern War, Finland might still be a part of Sweden today, and the Finns will just be another indigenous people group in a Scandinavian country, much like the Sami people. If the Russification in the Grand Duchy of Finland was super successful, Finland might not exist as an independent country, and the Finnish people might just be another minority within Russia, much like the Karelians today.
Thanks for the recap. Don't need your alternate universe theory crafting. Now we know.